Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala Rasulillah. Cryptocurrencies are one of the issues that scholars dispute about them because even the nature of these currencies were very ambiguous. Bitcoin was the original one, and that the appearance of the Bitcoins was very, very ambiguous, and that's why many scholars at the beginning they say it's haram. There is a high risk. It's similar to gambling. Also, we don't know who is controlling the Bitcoin, who generated or who brought this to the market. There were no governments at the beginning approved these type of currencies. But now the situation is changed, and what I'm saying now is not agreed upon because the risk is still there, although it's less risky than before. But the risk is still there. When we talk about risk, we're not talking about just normal risk. Because in business, there must be a risk. Even a high-risk business is halal. But in cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoin, the risk was crazy, similar to gambling. But now, in my opinion, wallahu a'lam, it's permissible. Why? Because it's a currency. The nature of it now, it's like similar to any other currencies. Not all the currencies around the world are agreed upon or are approved by all governments. So it's the same thing. Actually, many governments now recognize the Bitcoins and cryptocurrencies in general. So when we say it's permissible, you don't ask me for the proof. You ask me for the proof if I say it's haram. Because in financial transaction, everything is halal except if there is a proof that it is haram. So when I claim it's halal, you need to tell me why it's haram. If you tell me, for example, there is a high risk, I say there is a high risk in shares. In some shares companies that they deal with shares, the risk is too high, but I didn't hear anyone say it's haram. Is it advisable to invest in cryptocurrencies or especially Bitcoin? I say no. In terms from business-wise, not from Sharia-wise. So it's not advisable because it's a very the nature of this business is very fluctuating, so you might lose your money. And as an advice, but as halal and haram, I can't say it's haram when I don't have any proof. It's money, it's a currency, and the only issue that the ambiguity that was around it at the beginning now is nearly disappeared. Not disappeared, but there are restrictions down the websites where you deal with cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, whatever. So you put your name and your information, and you are not dealing with unknown now. You're dealing with people that you know, and it's somehow approved and recognized by many countries. So generally speaking, inshallah, it's halal, but be careful. I don't advise you to invest in things like this until the market is stable and it's 70 or 90% accepted in the market and between the governments. Then inshallah, it will be safe for you to invest in this. But generally speaking, I can't say it's haram. Wallahu a'lam.